almost a surface. Here's the waterfall. Where I told you, I kind of doubt, because it was ancient then. Cooper Creek Road. Just like you remembered it, right, Alice?
Yeah.
It was like a strange dream. I could probably bet that we don't drive across the creek anymore. Boy, this is nice.
The dirt road.
Oh, very dirt. Dirt and mud. Creeks going across. You had to drive through the creek. Windy. Took you forever. And it wasn't, they basically just cut it through straight when they did this, but it wasn't that way originally. It doesn't even quite take the same route. There's that road going out to the Cooper's Creek area that Bruce and Bill and I used to talk with the Jeep practice driving. Bridges Road. Overrun. Oh, we're getting very close. Very, very, very close. This is kind of like the Disneyland entrance. You step through here and you step into another world. There's that house right there that's at the top of the hill. That's it right there. Yep. It may be a different house now, I don't know, but that's the house that's at the top of the hill. Because here's the hill. There it is. The old man. Isn't that something? Yep, there's the bridge. We'll be able to see things a lot easier now without the leaves on. Yeah, Yeah.
One of my girls and one of my boys. think I got about maybe 27 or 28 now. Here we go.
Yeah.
I don't have to say I'm going somewhere. I just get in the cruise and go back and forth and get ready to go and go to the back of the truck and stand and wait. This is a birch tree. They don't used to grow that big, but that has been there a long
about the dog?
A dog. Go get him, Todd. There's one over there on the hill. Go get him. I have a lot of history from my daddy for over here. Now here's where the boiling spring was. Underneath this tree. I don't know if it's coming up very much now or not. We used to keep this all clean and drive back and stuff and stuff start falling and stuff. The water comes up here. Look at the trash down there. Well, oh, yes, I did. See it? Yes. There it is, my dear. I don't know where you can get to it from the other side or not. You'd have to get to it from the other side. The boiling spring's right in here. It's right here. See, you see some of it coming up. See?
Right there. Yeah.
And that's amazing. Well, this could all be cleaned with a drag line. It could all be cleaned out.
So with the old house over there, they used to come over here to get the water.
They get the water from here, yes.
Huh.
You remember that this is where they were drinking water, and the cattle come up some way that it was enough field here where they grazed and they milked the cattle here. Milk cows. That's when the Davises lived here. They're the ones that owned it before. Got in the house when I first come down here and looked at it. Well, maybe it is. But I'd be sure Dr. Treon's a good doctor. I didn't say nothing about him. He's a good doctor, but he's not a surgeon. He's a medical doctor.
I'll run home, man.
Okay.